Hey, hello everybody, it is me, Austin16, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day, and if not, I'm always praying for you. And in today's video, we are going to be going through Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, and ranking all of the levels from worst to best. Now, obviously, this is going to be my opinion on the ranking of worst to best for these levels. If you guys would like to make your opinions known, please comment down below on your worst to best. And also one more thing I'd like to mention, I'm excluding all hub rolls and zoomer transitional levels. Now if you're just joining me here today for the ranking video, I have an entire playlist, a whole series of this game on my channel right now. If you want to go check that out, it'll be either in the description below or somewhere on my channel in the playlist area. But anyway, let's start ranking these levels. Starting off at number 9 is Boggy Swamp. Now I gotta admit, I'm not at all really a fan of this level. This is my my least favorite level of the entire game. I've stated it in my playthrough, but I don't know, like it really is unappealing to me. Like even just like the look of it. Not to say that there isn't anything that I like about the level. But it is definitely my least favorite level of the game. None of the power cells are really all that fun to get, in my opinion. Really all you have to do is go around and like destroy a rat nests and destroy like those rocks. I will say like this area right here that I'm showing was really fun. I really like the platforming sections right here with the swinging, and also the bird area of the level is kind of fun, although I personally feel like this level could have gone without it. And of course I had to mention probably the hardest power cell to get in the game. Not that, it would take away from the level at all, because you always like a good challenge every now and then. But this one was a bit it was like really frustrating, and all you're doing is just hitting rats, and the controls are very sensitive. And, I know a lot of people that have a very frustrating time with this part. Yep, and those are the reasons why Boggy Swamp is the worst level for me. Number 8 will be Spider Cave. Now, before I went back and played this game, I had high, fond memories of this level for some reason. I will say that I still enjoy the level, personally. Pretty much every level from here on out is going to be, I really enjoy it compared to Boggy Swamp. But, this level, I think it looks really cool with the dark eco pools around the area and all the tall trees and, like the glowing like emeralds, crystals, whatever they are. But I will say the power cells are not all that memorable to get. It's pretty much all I remembered from this level is that how it looked. Going back and playing this after 6 to 7 years, I did not remember any any power cells until I got up to it. And I really enjoyed the power cell with the statue. Honestly, I feel like this level could have benefited by having more to do with that statue. The statue almost reminds me of those statues earlier in the game that gave you power cells from giving them 120 orbs, but it's like a giant one. And honestly, I feel like this level could have benefited by having more to do around that area, or having that area be more of the level. Because I feel like you could do a lot with that. I feel like there's a lot of backstory and lore, or maybe even some secrets or Easter eggs that could have been explored, or more power cells around that area that made it more, I guess, just interesting. Also, the platforming in this section was really cool to me. How you have to, go through all the spikes and, the fire things and those guys holding the drills. You have to jump over them or attack them or whatever. Also, the one other thing I enjoyed about Spider Cave was the area where the glowing green crystals or emeralds or whatever they are. That section was really awesome. How you have to keep the lights glowing before it went dark and you couldn't see anything. It'd also be cool to go through the level without using the crystals. Just test your memory or your surroundings of this game. I don't know. Yep, that's all I gotta say about this level. So let's go on to number 8. Here you are with an honorable mention of Geyser Rock. I wasn't too sure if I should include this level or not, since it's more of a tutorial level. But I thought, it's still a level, and I think it does this job really well on, showing you the ropes, of the game and how everything does. Honestly, I probably should have put this in honorable mentions, so you can probably ignore this if you'd like to. But I think like the seamount or like the water volcano thing in the middle, that area is really nice and like really pretty to look at. And there we go. That's all I really have to say about this level. It's a tutorial level. I probably should just put this as honorable mention. But yep, here we are. Number 7 shall be Gol and Maya's Citadel. This is an epic finale level, I must say. I believe this level is a nice example of using all your abilities that the game has given you towards the end. There's a lot of platforming, a lot of great platforming in this section that I just absolutely love. And just the setup for the finale facing the robot. I won't really talk about that too much just because it's more just a boss battle. But I will talk a lot about the Citadel and how awesome it is and how awesome it looks and all the sections. I really love the part with the colored platforms where if you hit a certain color, all those colors fall. I think that's a great idea. And, the 4 sections, I believe, to rescue all of Samos and his friends or cousins. I do love the section with the blue eco and all the platforms that rise up. Although there's a lot of waiting around on platforms a little bit. So, that's a little bit of nitpicky right there. But there's also the part with the spinning circle platforms where you got to do high jumps that leads into the section with all the annoying little lurkers that you have to shoot and fire with the yellow eco. That part probably could get a little annoying if you aren't very good with the shooting the yellow ecos as they jump all over the place. Yep. And of course, I can't not talk about the blue trampoline area, which is super fun. So much fun. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun redoing that. You gotta go try it yourself. It is awesome, as you see on the video. But yep, those are a lot of reasons why I really enjoy the stage. But yet again, the stage was a little short, so that is why it is up here. Also, it is very satisfying once you get all the precursor orbs and the power cells at the very top of this stage. Nothing like it. And now we are here with number 6, Misty Island. Honestly, every level from here on out, there really isn't anything wrong with them. I just prefer more over the others. But Misty Island is, it is so much fun. It is so awesome the way it looks. It has a very spooky, mysterious vibe to it that I love. All the skeletons and bones everywhere. I just love the atmosphere of this level. It is just so cool, and there are some pretty cool power cells. I will say, there are some power cells that are a little forgettable on here, to me. But the ones that are, in here stick out. Misty Island has a little bit of backstory, since this is where Daxter fell into, the dark eco at the beginning of the game, at the beginning cutscene. This is like, the level where he fell into, where Samos told him not to go, where he told him not to go, and here we are back yet again at Misty Island. And, this level has a lot of cool, environments around it, and a lot of cool enemies, the big giant skeleton guys. And like I said, the bones everywhere. Also, the muse that you have to catch is a pretty fun one to do. And of course, the big battle in the middle of the fighting area almost. And of course, the really, really fun going up into the Donkey Kong style section that leads into my favorite part, which is using the zoomer on the water. I absolutely love zoomers in this game. They are so much fun. I love all those sections. But yep, those are all reasons why Misty Island is number 6. And here we are with number 5, Snowy Mountain. Now, aside from that long entrance, what builds you up to this snowy mountain, it is really, really nice looking level. I am a big fan of snow levels in general. I'm not sure about too many other people, but I love snow levels in video games. And this one really takes the cake. I really love this one. Of course, it's top 5 favorite levels for me in Jak and Daxter. It is so much fun. All the power cells are really cool to get. Aside from those ones where you have to go around and hit those guys that are on those little weird, what do you call them? Kind of like drill things. You'll know what I'm talking about when the video comes up. But aside from that, I enjoyed every other power cell, especially the one with the bird on the platforming, the hidden area behind the trees that took me forever to find after 6 to 7 years of not playing. But, and, the grand finale of the fortress, of course, such a great platforming section that I just enjoyed so much, climbing up to the top of the tower. And, of course, gathering all the scout flies and precursor orbs around it was so much fun to me. But that's about it for Snowy Mountain. It looks awesome and has a lot of fun power cells for me. Other than that, let's continue on with number 4. And let's just hop into number 4 at Sentinel Beach. Now, I know pretty much everyone that has played Jak and Daxter at least once knows of this level the most. I feel like this is probably the most memorable level of the entire game. It's a very nice beach area, has a lot of cool power cells and memorable power cells at that. Of course, Samos wants you to crush all the rocks and get the green eco vents open. The nice scenery around the ancient temples looking things. The lady with the bird that wants you to knock over the egg. And the bird that thinks that Daxter is his mama or something. And of course the bird that snatches up the power cell, and you gotta abuse the bird to get the power cell and race to it before the bird comes back and gets it. And of course you got the nice little jumping area with the blue eco, and you got to stop the guy with a cannon that's so annoying, and you finally stop him and you get a power cell for it. Yep, Sentinel Beach is a certified classic of Jak and Daxter, and it is number 4 for me. We are now in the top 3 of Jak and Daxter levels, and my number 3 is Precursor Basin. Now, if you've been paying attention, you probably wouldn't be so surprised that a zoomer level is probably my favorite level, or one of my favorite levels in the game, and why this level is so high. I just love everything about the zoomers and how much they are just so much fun to me. I did put this at number 3. I had quite a debate on choosing this for number 2 or number 3. Mostly, I choose number 3 just mostly because it is a vehicle level in a platforming game, or like mostly centered platforming game. So I thought it'd be fair, put this at number 3, and put the top 2 at actual platforming standard levels of Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. And this level, I love everything about it. There's only like one power cell that I dislike, and that would be the power cell with the purple plants. You have to get the green eco, and I want to kill those purple flowers. That's like the only one that's kind of disappointing, and it takes a really long time, for me at least. But everything else about this level, all the power cells are extremely fun. From the time trials to chasing down those lurkers to the race, they're all so much fun to me. And even gathering all the power set or the precursor orbs, is also very fun to me. Just ramping up all these different areas and whatnot, trying to get certain things, having to bounce off of things to get to certain time trial things. The time trials might be a little challenging for some, but after playing it for a while, after you get used to the zoomer, it gets pretty accustomed. But it can be a little tricky, or it can be a little frustrating when you miss one and you have to go all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, if you miss it by a couple of seconds, you might as well just start over. It's a little challenging and annoying, but I actually love it. I also believe that in this game, the zoomer definitely had a big role to play in the future installments of Jak and Daxter, or Jak 2 and Jak 3 and Jak X combat racing. Jak 2 it definitely introduced a whole lot more vehicles, and I feel like they wouldn't have gone that route or did the whole vehicle route without this zoomer in this game. And those are definitely the parts that I like or enjoy the most in those Jak games, is riding the vehicles, especially the hoverboard in Jak 2. I love the hoverboard. That's like the only transitional thing that I even use in that game. And of course, Jak 3 with all the giant, vehicles and armored, souped up vehicles. And I created Jak X Combat Racing, which is actually a pretty cool game as well. So yeah, I feel like this game definitely inspired the 3 others to come after this, and it is definitely one of my favorite levels. It's also such a replayable level. I'm not totally sure how other people feel about this level, but I definitely love it. That is the reason why it is number 3. Alrighty then, we are now at number 2 with Forbidden Jungle. This level is so great. Like, everything about this level is the look of it, all the platforming around it, the power cells for it is just all so great. It's probably like the defining level of Jak and Daxter that, it's just so great, and it just shows how great this game is, and all the creativity behind it, and from the outside jungle area to the more like grassy area to all the metal, even like just the sound effects of this level are just so good. I have a great memory of this game of me and my brother playing it, and we still bring up the fishing part ever so often, and the guy that keeps yelling at you as he says, "There goes a big one." It's just so hilarious and always brings back memories every time that we bring up this game. Just great times. While this level is great, there are a lot of power cells that are a little simple, but there are also, the power cells that are, the main ones that you follow are just so outstanding and so memorable, especially going inside the giant tower, the giant temple place with all the metal sounds and just the look of it. Everything about it just looks so awesome. And of course, with the grand finale being at the end of the level, you fight this giant piranha plant looking boss battle thing. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty typical boss battle. Knock them out 3 times and whatnot. But also, there's a lot of secrets and stuff about this too. How if you jump on the head of the plant at the end, you will get precursor orbs. But yep, those are all the reasons why this level is number 2. And now right here is very, very easy missable precursor orbs. And more precursor orbs will come out. It's just one at a time. You gotta collect. Number 1. We are here. We have made it to number 1, the Lost Precursor City. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I knew this level was good, before I started playing on this playthrough, but I didn't realize just how good of a level this is. Like from the atmosphere, of course, from being under the water, in this lost city, to like all the glowing, the blue in this level is just wow. It is so cool. From the looks of this level to the platforming, just everything about this level, honestly, is just awesome. Just so much creativity and style this level has. The creativity of the levels and how they, set up everything. It's just so awesome. And, man, I didn't remember how good this level was until I replayed it. Like I said, those cool little bat enemies that puff up like puffer fish and then shrink and stuff. Such a cool designed and unique enemy. Definitely the coolest enemy of this game. And all the platforming, like I said, is just awesome. All the power cells are very fun to get and not annoying. And the platforms with the moving on them where you press them and one of them goes around each other. Sorry if I might be repeating myself, but it's just, I can't help it. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's good. It's good. It's great. I love it. I love it. Let's just discuss all the power cells in this level. The one power cell where you have to go and press a button and it goes down this tube and you got to go up where the power cell lands before it returns to its previous location. At least I think. I'm not sure if it goes back or not. I think it would. I'm not totally sure. I think I made it before, it returned, but I'm pretty sure it goes back if you wait too long. And that's really fun to, race up and try to platform up this section before, you fall to your doom and you have to do it all over again. But, that's pretty fun. I think you got to do the same thing with scout flies as well. You got to make it across, the poisonous water before it goes away, which is really fun and challenging to do. You also have these really fun slides that you have to go down. There are 2 of them, but I will say, if you miss precursor orbs, it is definitely frustrating because it's best honestly to die. That's why I personally like to get hit twice, so that just in case if I miss any precursor orbs, I can go back. But if you reach the bottom, the only way to go back is to go through the entire level again, which can be very, very frustrating. And probably the only part of this level that I would say needs an update or whatever, because that is honestly just super annoying. And once you reach the bottom of the 2 slides, you get this really, really cool end of the level where you get a power cell, of course. And once you get the power cell, you have this platform that's beneath you, and you don't realize, or Jak and Daxter doesn't realize that it's a button, and it goes down, and you got this dark ego beneath you, and it rises up to the top, and you got to try to race out before it gets you. And it's such a crazy cool end of a level, where you just have to race up to the top and try not to let this dark ego get you. And it's actually pretty fast, to be honest. If you and it's easy to fall down, as some of these platforming sections are a little challenging. There's a nice little awesome section at the end, a nice little adrenaline rush to get out of this area before you die. But yep, and much like Goal and Maya's, it is super satisfying to get 200 out of 200, or all the precursor orbs at the very end of the level. That's why I honestly go back and die and go back up the slide, because it is just all the more satisfying escaping with all the precursor orbs and getting that last power cell at the end. It's just so great. Such a great feeling. Alrighty then, now that is my ranking from worst to best of Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Here is a list of my ranking from worst to best, from Boggy Swamp all the way down to Lost City. If you guys, once again, if you would like to make a list down below of your personal favorite list, top 3, top 5, whatever it is, make sure you leave it down in the comments below. And once again, if you guys want to check out this series that I did, I am now finished with it. Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, is now in the books on my playlist or in the description below. This has been Austin16. God bless. Peace out. I'll see you next time.